this is Robert Estrin at livingpianos.com. I'm in the studio today with a really interesting subject for you. That is that piano keys all have different weight. You may have heard of the term weighted graded action. And it's true that if you ever notice, the lower notes on a piano are actually harder to push down than the higher notes on a piano, which are easier. And there's a simple reason for this. There are actually two reasons for it, and I'm going to demonstrate for you on this piano action. This is a concert grad action, so you can get a feel for just why it is that those lower notes are harder to push than the higher notes. Well, take a look at this piano here, and you'll see that if you look at the whole keyboard, you might be able to tell right from here that the keys are actually longer on lower notes than they are on higher notes. Take a look closer, and you'll see that the area behind the keys gradually gets shorter and shorter as you go up the keyboard. Do you see that? So there's less distance here, as you can see, than there is when you go all the way to the other end again. Here is quite a bit greater distance. That's one aspect. The other thing is the hammers are bigger. Look how the size of that hammer, the hammer's here on the bass end. As you go forward on the keyboard, they get smaller and smaller. Take a look already here, they're smaller. When you get to the very treble end, the hammers are much smaller and lighter than they are on the bass end. So you're literally moving less mass when you go to the upper side of the keyboard. You're moving less gravity, and your fulcrum is at a different point. The keys, you're moving less. So indeed, a weighted graded action. You may have heard that term. Where is that used so much? On digital pianos. Digital pianos try to mimic that aspect of grand pianos and upright pianos of making the notes easier on the treble end and progressively harder on the bass end, usually in zones. With a few exceptions I'll talk about. I have some privy information. I'm privy to some information, I should say, about some new technologies coming your way in the early part of 2019 that I'm going to share with you. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Piano keys do not have the same weight across the keyboard. And that's why when you talk about action weight, it's an average in the middle. And yet there's also a difference of down weight and up weight. It's a really complex subject. We'll cover more about this in the future here at Living Pianos, your online piano store. Again, I'm Robert Estrin. Thanks for joining me.